Good afternoon. It is June 6th, 2022 at 3:04 p.m. Welcome to the San Marino Unified School District Board of Education Special Meeting. Here is Board Clerk, Mr. Steve Joseph Chang.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Right now, it's the time at 3:05 p.m. To open for San Marino Unified School District Board of Education special meeting, June 6, 2022. This meeting is in person at the San Marino Unified School District Office, 1665 West Drive, San Marino. Ballroom. You can also join the virtual via the Zoom at the www.smusd.us.media. All meetings of the Board of Education are open to members of the public, unless publicly noticed as a confidential closed section as allowed by law. Members of the public may address the board as outlined in the public comment section of the agenda. The audience or meeting is a recording, and a member of the public may be held liable for any sentence or the otherwise defamatory statement. In considering of the board and the member of the audience, please turn off silence your cell phone while in the ballroom. Document provided to a majority of the board education regarding an open section item on this agenda will be made available for the public inspection in the district office located at the 1665 West Drive, San Marino, during the normal business hour. In addition, such writing and document may be viewed on the district website at the www.smusd.us. First open section, and then the call to the order, and 2A, pledge of allegiance. Please rise, face to the American flag.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call. Mrs. Ryan.
Aye.
Mrs. Chang.
Aye.
Mr. Kiraki.
Aye.
Mr. Chen. Aye. To be approved of agenda, can I have a motion to approve today's agenda?
So moved.
Any second?
Second.
Roll call. Mrs. Ryan.
Aye.
Mrs. Chang.
Aye.
Mr. Kiraki.
Aye.
Mr. Chen. Aye. Motion carried. Public comment. The Board of Education has adopted Board Policy 9323B to ensure the public's right to be heard in any matter pertaining to the San Marino Unified School District. Public comment is limited to only those items listed on the special meeting agenda. So there are three ways to send the public comment. The first one is submit through an online form. Do we have any public comment supposed to receive from the 10 a.m. to the 2 p.m.?
Mr. Chang, we did not receive any public comments.
Okay, thank you. And the second, request to speak during a meeting via Zoom. During a public comment, the meeting will pause for 1 minute to take a request to speak. The raise hand function is used to take a request during the public comment period. For online attendee, press the raise hand icon to add yourself to the queue. For phone attendee, Tier 9, the speaking order will be determined based on the order of a request received. Individual speaker will be unmute and called to speak. And then the third, request to speak during the meeting in person via the public. Please complete the public comment card and submit the complete card to the designated drop box with the assistant to the superintendent no later than when the agenda section is called by the board clerk. Opportunity for public comment are offered prior to the special open section matter on the agenda. The Board of Education reserves the right to add a public comment period prior to any individual item on the agenda. 5 minutes may be allotted to each speaker and a maximum of 20 minutes to each subject matter. However, in the event there are more than 4 speakers on the same subject matter, the board clerk retain the description to adjust and limit the time allocated to each speaker to ensure that all the wish to speak will be heard within the 20 minutes allotment. 3A, communication from the audience concerning matter on the agenda may be heard at this time, but not responded to by the Board of Education. Okay, so let's go to the second request to speak during the meeting via the Zoom.
Thank you, Mr. Chang. We're pausing for 1 minute to take requests to speak regarding matters on the agenda. If you'd like to make a request to speak, please press the raise hand icon or dial *9. Thirty seconds remain. If you'd like to make a request to speak regarding matters on the agenda, please press the raise hand icon or dial *9.
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mr. Chang, we have no requests.
Okay, so no public comments through the Zoom. How about do we have a public comment in person to turn in? Oh, okay. Then we close for the public comment from the 3-way. 4, subcommittee of the board to screen the application of the potential board member. Before I assign to the subcommittee member, Mrs. Chung and Mrs. Ryan. So I like to tell the public about the background. Due to the unanticipated resignation of the board president name check, the Board of Education has advertised in the local newspaper and on its website a board member vacancy that the remaining board will work to fill this week by appointing a board member to serve out the remainder of Ms. Jack's term. The application period closed on the Friday, June 3rd. This afternoon, now the board has assembled to allow for board subcommittee appointed during the May 24 Board of Education meeting. Vice President Jen Chong and the board member Sherry Ryan to review the application that the board has received for the eligibility requirement. The candidate's name will be announced via the constant contact tomorrow on the June 7th, and the eligible candidate will be notified that interview will be held during an open section meeting at the Huntington Middle School auditorium on the Wednesday, June 8, 2022 at 4 p.m. So right now, I just direct two subcommittee member to take over about the reviewing all the application. So Vice President Jen, you would like to speak before we start? You both of you to review application.
I don't think that's necessary. I think the whole point of us is basically just to review the eligibility as determined by Education Code 35107. So we're looking at to confirm, we're ensuring that all applicants are 18 years of age or older, a citizen of the state, a resident of the school district, a registered voter, and one who is not qualified, one who is not disqualified by the Constitution or laws of the state from holding a civil office. And are we going to mention how many there are, or just wait till we?
Later, after review.
Okay.
I'll be qualified, so we're gonna wait until tomorrow morning.
Okay, and then are we reconvening after this, or are we just letting the Secretary of the Board, Superintendent Delatorre know?
So we're gonna continue with the meeting and just allow you as a subcommittee to go through them and do the screening, and then we'll adjourn the meeting.
Are we doing it right here, or last time we left it?
Right,
into
but we're
a-
doing it right here this time, if that's okay. It's supposed to be done in the public, so.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
we're
both
just-
of you review, and I and board member Mike, yeah, we also get a copy. Yeah. So
So we
so
just-
so we just
Yeah.
wait for both of you announcement.
You have a checklist
Yes.
to guide you on the back of that ed code, and so hopefully it shouldn't take too long actually to go through them.
Okay, so we can start right now.
Wait, Jane, correct me if I'm wrong, but last time when you reviewed the documents, we were not in open session.
Right, and that's why I was just asking, but I'm wondering right now. So last
Well,
time,
the attorney advised me to do it in open session. So that's the way I feel most comfortable doing it. I mean, we can leave and you guys can work in here if you'd like, and then Mr. Chang can come back in because he's gonna have to close out the meeting, the open session meeting.
I guess right now the confusion is previously the way we did it is we open session and then the subcommittee, which was Mr. Chang and I left and we ran over it.
Mhm.
And then I believe we reconvened again. And
We just thought with the checklist that we would make it, quicker, faster, more simple. All the applications are in front of you. You can read through them. If it would be easier for you, we can leave the room and then come back and.
I guess the question I have right now in the front of my mind is, are we literally just going to keep this Zoom meeting open and just sit here? I'm thinking might be better if we adjourn temporarily
Temporary.
so that we could go into another room and review, because there is the map in the other room, which was helpful last time to ensure that we were within the borders.
We've done that work for you already, because we did some pre-screening also, Jennifer Delatorre did, and Lu Jiang, just on some of those issues.
Okay.
So just to try and make it easier for you. So if you look through the applications, I think.
I
it'll-
noticed
yeah.
that one. Yeah, okay.
So
So
You
maybe,
can-
maybe you have, how many total are there? Was there
Looks
8?
like there
We're not
are,
supposed to talk about the number until tomorrow because we don't know.
because it depends on who actually is eligible.
Yes, yeah, yeah.
So,
I-
so Joseph and I mean, just so I understand, we just sort of sit and hang out here and then Jane and Shelley work together and talk about it,
can-
but
if you
don't
wanna
use
pause the
names or the number of
Let's-
If
candidates?
you want to pause the meeting, that's fine. But
Whatever
it's
works.
supposed to be done in open session. That's what the attorney told me. So I'm just trying to follow the guidance of counsel, which is to do it in open session. But if you feel more comfortable adjourning and then, pausing the meeting, taking a break to do that in another room, that's fine. And then, but he would have to adjourn the meeting. That's what you and I spoke about, right, Mr. Chang?
What? So upon advice of counsel, the preference is for us to just literally just sit here and do.
It doesn't matter where you're sitting. It should be, all of this stuff is supposed to be done in open session.
But we're not disclosing any names
Yeah,
Right,
yeah.
until the end.
Or
Right,
the-
which is why I'm saying that you could pause the meeting, right? If you don't want to continue to sit here and do it, you could pause the meeting, go into, my office, sit around my conference table or that other office and do the work. And then we would just come back and close out the open
Yeah.
session meeting.
Okay, let's go
Okay.
ahead and do that.
Okay.
That'd be fine. Sure, absolutely.
Okay, sure.
Everybody
Yeah.
comfortable with that?
Yeah.
So I guess you would.
Okay.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
So during the subcommittee member reviewing the application, so we are temporarily post the meeting. And then we will come back to reopen the open section.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, we just come back to the open section. So we continue on the agenda 4, subcommittee of the fourth floor to screen the application of a potential board member. So this time I would like two subcommittee member to speak up.
Yes, so in reviewing the candidate applications, the subcommittee deemed that there are 7 eligible candidates to fill the vacancy. One candidate was deemed ineligible because that person did not reside in the district boundaries and therefore is not eligible to be elected or appointed to the San Marino Unified School Board. All information is based on self-attested data.
For Mrs. Ryan, do you have any comment?
No, thank you, Mr. Chang, for allowing us the opportunity to serve on the subcommittee. Upon careful review, Mrs. Chong and I have come to the same conclusion that there are 7 eligible candidates and one was found ineligible due to residency as attested to the application.
Any more comment?
No, that's it.
Okay, with that, my suggestion, we want to protect every candidate opportunity. So since subcommittee member mentioned there's a candidate have a residence issue, so but I would like, after meeting adjourn, the district officer, you can make your effort to contact this candidate, make sure the information we got is correct. Okay, and with that, as I mentioned, the candidate name will be announced via the constant contact tomorrow on the June 7th, and the eligible candidate will be notified. That interview will be held during an open section meeting at the Huntington Middle School auditorium on the Wednesday, June 8, 2022 at 4 p.m. And with that, is there any more information we want to deliver to the public? How about the board, Mr. Kiraki, you have anything want to?
I don't have
No.
anything. No.
Okay.
Mr. Chang, I just want to publicly acknowledge all of the applicants and extend to them the board's gratefulness and thankfulness for our community, because the community always steps up and comes forward to help. We did it a number of times in the past year, and so we are very grateful to our active and connected community who have always come answering our call. Thank you.
Okay. Well, before meeting adjourn, I would like to honor our previous board president, name check again. Thank you for name your effort and the time given to the school district. So I think that's a lot for our school district. And if there's no further discussion, I think this time I'd like to adjourn the meeting. So I need to have a motion to adjourn the meeting.
Move to adjourn the meeting.
Any second?
A second.
Roll call, Mrs. Ryan,
Aye.
Mrs. Chang,
Aye.
Mr. Kiraki.
Aye.
Mr. Chen, aye. Motion carry. Okay, we adjourn the meeting at the, is that,
3:46.
Yeah.
Okay.